and welcome Mr. MacDonald to start the MSBA Accelerated Repair Program projects at Beechwood Knoll Elementary School. Thank you.
It's just what we're going to do for your reference, yes.
Oh, good, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Walter.
And let's go.
How you doing, Mayor Coke?
Hey, thank you. I'll want to go next.
I would love one, thank
Sure.
you. I love information.
Don't dare try it.
We have confidence.
Electronic jinx.
Come on, I know it's gonna work.
Yeah.
Can we start? Okay. Good afternoon, Mayor Coke, Chairperson Hubley, members of the Facilities and Security Subcommittee. It's a pleasure for the Public Building Department to be here to discuss the projects being performed at the Beechwood Knoll Elementary School this summer. Projects that we have going on at Beechwood this summer are installation of new windows, doors, and hardware, replacement of the old roofing system with a new PVC roofing system, ADA upgrades, and replacement of the old boilers at Beechwood. Our city team consists of myself, Gary Cuniff, Dave Scott, and Paul Hines. MSBA has assigned us an OPM for the project, Atlantic Project Management, and an architect, Baker Wall Architects, who could not be here today. As I stated, we have ADA upgrades to do. The ADA upgrades were required because the project exceeds 30% of the assessed value of the building. Okay, so this shows the existing elevation and aerial view of Beechwood. Beechwood was built in 1951 and had a renovation performed in 1994. There are 5,250 square feet of windows and panels in the 1951 addition. These panels and windows are not insulated. There are 2,500 square feet of windows in the 1994 addition, and we have 19 exterior doors. The aerial view gives you a good look at the roof work that we'll be discussing. The original building roof is an aging single-ply roofing system with a bituminous top layer. The 1994 edition has the skylights on, you can see there. It's single-ply roofing with asphalt shingles on a hip roof with skylights. We're going to need to add additional drainage to the gymnasium, and we plan on doing that with roof scuppers and rain leaders. As part of this project, we actually rolled in the, from a statement of interest last year for boiler replacements at Atherton, Howe, Marymount, Beechwood, and Wallaston. We got accepted into that program. So we're actually doing the boiler room in conjunction with this project. So it's, it's going to be very challenging, a lot of work going on there, but we feel we're in good shape on that. We'll also be making a presentation to this committee in May on the boiler projects, the 4 boiler projects that we're doing. But I'll just mention a little bit what we're doing on the boiler room now. In the boiler room, we're replacing all the existing boilers which were installed in 1994 with high-efficiency condensing gas-fired boilers. We're replacing the constant volume inline pumps with variable speed base mounted pumps for further energy efficiency and improvement. We're connecting the equipment to the building management system. We're replacing lighting in the boiler room with all high-efficiency LED lighting. We'll be replacing the hot water heater with a new high-efficiency hot water heater. We'll be replacing all related mechanical piping in the room. We'll be providing a new glycol feeder for improved mechanical system maintenance and protection. And we'll be replacing the existing air compressor with a new air compressor. We'll have all new concrete bases for the new equipment throughout the boiler room. In essence, we're doing everything over. That's the good part of the MSBA. They don't want you going in and doing the boiler room and just replacing the boilers. They want all associated piping. They actually want it to look like a new space. So, you know, with all epoxy floors, walls, ceilings painted. So it'll look like a brand new space. So it's going to be very nice. So on the next slide here. Okay. So we're going to replace all of the 1950s window wall and 1994 window wall and exterior doors. In the old addition, the existing window wall system, like I said, is totally will be totally insulated. Replace all roofing and skylights. Replace all wood book shelving and new shelving along the perimeter walls. We have to take all that out when we're putting in this storefront type system. So we have to rebuild all the shelving for the teachers, and we've worked with the principal on that. She's on board with what we're putting back, so she seems to be happy with that. We're replacing all the air conditioning units with new. We're providing accessibility upgrades, including new paving at the front entrance of the school. The nurses' area toilet room is going to be ADA accessible, and we're adding a lift at the gymnasium stage. Right now, there's no way of anyone with a handicap to get up on the stage, so that's part of that as well. This shows the new storefront window system. We plan on meeting in a very soon with the mayor's office to discuss the color selection for that. We're ready to. We've got the shop drawings all approved. We have color charts that we're going to have approved for building. This shows the roof plan of the school, the 1950s classroom, administration wing, gymnasium, and 1994 classroom wing. You can see the hip roof sections with skylights in the 1990s classroom wing. Like I said, all skylights will be replaced. Right now they have asphalt shingles on there. It's not the best application for that. So we're going to actually be doing roofing those with PVC roofing, but we're going to use a ribbed type system on there so it's aesthetically pleasing and it's not just flat roofing on there. So it's going to be aesthetically pleasing to the eye, but it'll be a better system than the asphalt shingles. This is the nurses' space. We're going to renovate the toilet room, as I said, to make it ADA compliant. The next slide is the lift for the gymnasium so we can get up onto the stage. And the next slide is on schedule. Like I said, our submittal process is over 95% complete. Just miscellaneous items remain. During April vacation, we will be performing pull tests on the roof. We're doing that with a commissioning agent. That's something they require. What we're doing is taking 6 sections of roof, and we're going to put down the new roofing system. Then they're going to let it cure, and they're going to do a pull test to make sure it's going to be a good system, and it's going to adhere well to the substrate. So that's going to be done over April vacation. And then what we'll do is patch that roof, patch that system, and until we're ready to start the summer. Let's see, if we have official start date as the 26th, I think that's the last day. I may be off a day or two. Is that right, Clark? But it's in there. It was snow days and things like that, but the number, we had the 26th. But it'll be once they get out of school, we start that day. If the contractor, we're still working with a contractor on this because there is so much work here to do with the ADA improvements and what have you. So if the contractor requests to come in weekends or after hours, if it's acceptable to the superintendent and the principal, we'll work that out with them because we want to get as much done as we can ahead of time. We also plan on fencing in the whole area around the school. so we don't have people coming in. We also want to leave open the area where the playground is and where the basketball courts are. So we're not taking that away from the residents in the area. But we want to protect the site, we want to protect everything on there. So we plan on fencing the whole area around the school. Obviously, that'll be removed for the start of school. We have a substantially complete date of around September 1st. We feel that's fairly doable. And what we would do is any punch list or incomplete items we'll do on weekends or we'll do during the week. We will not do any work related on the roof or the windows while the kids are in school. We may do work in the boiler room because the boiler room is kind of segregated, and unless there's some work that's going to be very noisy, we wouldn't do it. But that's a little more challenging because the equipment, we just signed on, got the bids in. We have a mechanical contractor that we think is great. We've got great reviews on him. All he does is schools basically, and he understands how critical the dates are. So we're happy with him. He hasn't given us a schedule yet, but we'll give him a little. We may have some flexibility with him, but he may get it done. Anyways, I'm not sure. But the good part is we do have abatement in the other schools on the boiler rooms. There's no abatement in Beechwood, so that'll be the first school that we'll hit. So that may put us ahead of the curve on the boiler room. So by law, we're required to provide heat to the school October 15th, so we'll be more than ready by then. So other than that, that's kind of what's going on down there this summer. And we're fairly confident. We have the same window contractor that we had at Marymount, who did a good job. I mean, there's going to be some hand-holding with him, but because he's a smaller firm, but we're confident that he can get the job done, and he did a good job for us at Marymount. And the roofing contractor is Silktown Roofing, who's a very reputable firm. So I think we have good contractors, and good project team. So we're highly optimistic about the project. So, if anyone has any questions?
So excited about this project. It looks beautiful, as though it's going to be beautiful. Actually, this is a question for the superintendent. I know we had run summer programs at Beechwood. We just moving them to other schools.
Correct.
Okay, and that it's not impacting the amount of programs we're offering.
Right.
Okay, great, thank you. And also, I mention it every time, but after all of the construction is done, we will get landscaped.
After the former park commissioner? You must live nearby, huh?
No, actually, truth be told, I landscaped that with the garden committee of the Beechwood Knoll School, so I have a vested interest in.
Would you like it back the way
No,
it
I
was?
would not.
I like to do the work again.
No, it's gorgeous, it's gonna be beautiful, thank
I
you.
mean, we made some flexibility because we came in about $500,000 lower than the bid, than our estimate that we had.
Well, I'm sure the SBA is not going to pay for it. We'll work something out.
Great, thank you.
This is incredible. I mean, the timeline is frightening, but very exciting. So I'm glad I'm not you because it is, but it's very incredible. I just have one question. I'm not sure who this question goes to. I don't believe it goes to you folks, but I just want to make sure that sewerage issue is not bubbling up. And I don't know who to ask that to because I know they were supposed to be addressing that as they went through the year with some evacuation, I believe. But I don't know who would know that.
It's been temporarily repaired, and the CIP that we submitted to the council, I think, has money in there for complete replacement.
At some point.
Yes, it was last summer, we did a complete repair of one complete line, replaced it entirely up to the exterior invert. And working with the maintenance crew, the plumber said that they can keep the other line open without problems for the foreseeable
So
future.
that was my question. They haven't had any problems.
It is not, no.
Okay, that was
it's-
my
that's
question.
resolved.
Thank you.
All set?
This is wonderful. Thank you so much for the presentation. And this is very exciting and a very ambitious schedule. One thing you mentioned was, and just in passing, some drainage to gymnasium.
Oh, the roof, we don't feel, just doing our analysis with the engineer, he just wants to add additional drainage on the roof rather than having puddling of water, should freeze and that. Just a safety precaution. It's not, we have the opportunity to do it, and he just felt by adding a little more drainage, it may have been a little under, didn't have enough. I mean, it's lasted a long time, obviously, but it was in our, while we're doing the complete roof, it made sense to do that. So we felt we should do that.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Sure.
That's it.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you so
Jess.
much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Seen that earlier.
Thanks, Gary.
Question.
Sounds good.
What's that? You didn't ask no questions. That's okay.